Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. Dow is down 33. NASDAQ's off 2. S&Ps are off 2. We get the gold contract up 19. Bonds are up 2. King dollar down 4 ticks. You get the euro up 23 ticks. The yen is up 14. And unfortunately, for all those folks at MF Global now, they get $1.2 billion missing.
Yeah, which is just, I did hear that last night.
Get
just
the handcuffs
amazing.
out. Get the handcuffs out right now. I mean, big time.
Kind of amazing how the story's been so low-key, I think. As far as coverage in the media.
Oh, listen, man,
in fact, I don't know that there's any real coverage on the national media side, is there? Other than CNBC throwing it out there every now and then. It's
amazing. Yeah. It's absolutely amazing. The thing that's amazing, folks, okay, is that you got $1.2 billion missing. And, you know,
can you imagine?
You hear people say, well, hey, listen, you know, the system didn't fail. It's like the system didn't fail. If you have money there, folks, the system failed. I mean, you know, God bless you, you know, if you don't. And I don't thank God, okay, but I can't imagine. I mean, there's people there that have big money tied up.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
This is just like, I mean, you know, MF, you know, it can stand for Madoff Financial, right? I mean,
yeah, for sure.
Run by good old John Corzine.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. No, what's cool is I enjoy watching the Daily Show.
Yes,
okay,
Jon Stewart.
Yeah,
is that Jon Stewart?
Jon Stewart, yeah,
okay,
you know, because he'll attack both sides.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what
but
have you.
Yeah, his humor is amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And so, you know, I tape him and I watch the, you know, the reruns usually.
Okay.
Unless I'm up, you know, working on something or trading or what have you.
Right.
And he did one shortly after the whole event, what's so cool is, you know, he goes back and he gets all the video clips.
Right.
You know, of Corzine. You know, as he was talking about all the problems, you know, with, you know, and how things need to be more regulated and so forth, and how, you know, and the risk and the issues, and then he just absolutely does the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah, big time.
You know, and so Stewart did a good job of ripping him apart. But we need more than that. You need just more than a satirist, you know, a humorist taking him apart.
Right.
You know, you need.
What they had in the Journal today, right,
Yeah.
is that, you know, we've been talking about, they know where the money is.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in the Journal this morning. So what happened, folks, is that they had a meeting on Sunday, between the trustee, between the CFTC, between the, so then the Futures Commission, and then the CME.
Right.
Okay, so inside that article today, I said there's $1.2 billion now. Now, listen, it can be more than that. There's $1.2 billion now, okay?
Okay.
And inside that article, they're saying that they think they're going to have a hard time getting it back from other banks because, they know where the transfers actually took place.
Okay.
And they think that they lost the money. And, of course, the other banks are going to say, hey, no, those are trades that they lost the money on. And remember we said last week that the key is those banks know and knew that was customer money.
Yeah.
Because the same banks that money was at, particularly J.P. Morgan, was on the other side of a trade.
Yeah.
So it was in trust for the customers at J.P. Morgan. They were on the other side of the trade.
Yeah.
Transfer comes out. I think they're gonna lose. I think they're gonna have to come up with money. The unfortunate part is that it's gonna take them probably a year and a half to 2 years.
Okay.
To
settle it.
To force them to settle it.
Yeah.
To force them to settle it.
And they'll settle it for something less than.
You know, right now, the way things are going right now, is that why should they settle it?
Yeah.
You know, because just like you said, it's not even in the press. I mean, it's every time it comes out, oh, you know, geez, you know, they failed. Sure. Everything's okay, unless you have your money there, right?
Well, oh, yeah. We had a caller yesterday, you know, who you know, is caught up in that.
Right. A bummer.
You know,
I mean,
a real bummer. I mean, they don't even know what to say, you know, to a situation like that.
Right. And you have no one on your side.
Yeah.
You know, and all the congressmen are crooks. I mean, this is the best government money can buy.
Yeah. No. We can buy a lot better for a lot less.
I'm telling you, man. It is absolutely unbelievable. You talk about the best money government can buy. Hey, King Dollar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, check this out, folks. This is pretty cool. Okay, so
There's the king.
Yeah, king.
There's the king. I love it.
Okay, the Federal Reserve came out with their numbers.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
2 nights ago. You see what I had?
I think so. Yeah.
When I did an update.
Oh no, I didn't see that. Okay.
I actually did. Let's see. What day's today?
No,
Today's,
yeah, that's
today's
what I
only
saw.
Tuesday.
Okay,
I did it
that's
yesterday in the newsletter. Right.
Okay.
So check this out, folks. Okay, this is pretty wild. In the last year, the amount of money from non-foreign banks that's holding overnight at the Fed has gone up dramatically. It's gone up from 315 billion to 745 billion. Now, it's not that that's a lot of money.
Right.
What you have is this, is that last year at this time you had 22 non-U.S. banks holding money at the Fed.
Okay.
And when you hold money at the Fed, folks, you hold U.S. dollars at the Fed.
Yeah.
That's how this works, okay?
Yeah.
Now you have 47 non-U.S. banks holding their money at the Fed.
Yeah.
Between that and, we've been talking about dollar bonds. And the way dollar bonds work is that overseas, folks, where it's happening, and this is where, they're going to get in trouble big time, they're issuing the most dollar bonds in the last 30 years have been issued last year.
Okay.
So what's
whether it's corporate or what
right across
the board.
Right across the board.
Yeah.
Corporate and governments.
Yeah.
Okay. They're issuing dollar bonds because the interest rate's low, but they're getting killed now because the dollar's going up and they have to pay.
Right.
They have to pay it back in U.S. dollars.
Right. Right.
That is a huge heads up because we can speculate all we want, but now it's factual.
Yes.
What's factual, folks, is that the European banks are basically saying there's nothing wrong, but you know what? They're
taking their money.
They're already selling the euro. They're already
coming over here.
They're already coming over here, man.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. And when you look at percentage-wise, that's over 100%.
Yeah.
Over 100%.
That is a big heads up. That's where I did
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Yeah. King dollar.
Crazy. Yeah. No. Crazy good. Well, look. I mean, how would you? The first question is, who out there wants to go buy an Italian bond? The second thing is, what if you were holding Italian bonds right now?
That's the point.
And you had the interest going up. You're taking a big hit on principal.
Well, listen to this.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, huge.
I mean,
you're getting killed.
So if you had been holding them, the folks that even have them, do they want to go out and buy more of those? When they've already taken a little bit of a hit.
So watch this. This gets, you folks, you talk about having, if you're reading a document and you can't understand it, don't buy it.
That's for sure.
You want to always give a document on an investment, give them to a lawyer and look at it. But if you can't understand it, don't buy it. Because this is what has also happened. Now, this is way over the top.
Yeah.
The documents inside those bonds, right, that for the governments, right, they can turn around and, let's see, take the amount of euros and change the currency value and destroy those bonds. Flat out.
Really?
Yeah, so watch this.
Which bonds?
All of them. Right now, this is what the battle is. So watch what the battle is. The reason that the banks have, well, there's a couple of different reasons. The reason that the banks got to squeeze all the bondholders in Greece is that the law that the bonds were put under, they're still arguing is the law, UK law, or is the law in Greece.
Okay.
Well, what ends up happening, if the law is in Greece, right, they can turn around and immediately say that, no, even though that was €1, now we're going to make that 10-to-1. They can do a reverse split. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
And wipe everyone out. Now, that gets better. No,
So that's in the fine print?
That's
Read
in the
fine print?
That's in the fine print.
Oh, my God.
Now, this gets better. In Italy, the same thing is in there. Yeah.
Really?
So all these professionals, folks, this is a sick scene.
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly, and that's why
no wonder also that's going to put pressure on those interest rates to keep going up.
Well, you know what's so cool about that? That is, folks, all of that is a strictly factual, fundamental deal. Why would you ever want to own something like that?
Yeah,
that's like insane. It's like what a politician can wipe you out immediately.
Yeah,
of course they're going to wipe you out. That's a no-brainer.
No, that's wild.
That's like you're gonna get taken out by someone. Bang. Yeah. You get. It's like crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing though? What you really want to get your head wrapped around is how deviant the money business is.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
I mean,
no,
think about the writer who actually wrote that inside the contract, knowing that no one's going to read it.
Well, it's like all these bills. I mean, look, we got a lot of really intelligent folks out in the audience.
Right.
Who will go ahead and read, and they're trying to consume information and try to understand what's going on. You take a look at some of these bills that are out there, and you try to go online and read them, as
trade
long
it,
as they
folks.
are
Trade it.
thousands of
Let
pages.
me tell you,
or whatever.
trade it and get your money back. Trade it and get your money back.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
When we talk about trading it, now this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know we've had Tigers that have asked questions like this, right? Yes. And about counter-trend parties.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
So yesterday, folks, I was up at Direction.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm going to walk you through the whole transaction, how this gets done, because this is awesome to know. And what does happen is that everyone's always worried about counter-trend parties and all this.
Absolutely.
Okay? So this is factually how this works, folks.
This is for direction shares.
This is for the direction shares. This is for the triples. And in fact, just so you know, folks, they're all going triples December 1st. So if you're in the, you'll see new ads posted today on our site. But
if you just do a reverse split or something, or
no, they're going triples. So the key is with that one is that you want to make sure that you're not in them on December 1st unless you get enough money in your account.
Okay.
Because the margin will go up.
Okay.
That's how that works. Okay. And the ones that people particularly would be in would be the gold one and the gas one. The gas one's they're both going to be beauties as triples. Yeah. And the reason they want to do them triples is that they know that looking at it, people want triples. Period. If they actually looked at the pro shares, their own direction, they want triples. That's what it comes down to. But check this out. This is pretty cool. Okay, so I was asking him, I says, okay, walk me through the actual transaction. Yeah. How it works, meaning the counter-trend parties. Right. So what happens is this, folks, is that you have a bank that's involved, number one. So you got one bank. It's a tri-party, three-party. You have the bank that holds all the money, you have direction shares, and then you have the counter-trend parties. Yeah. Okay? At the end of every day, just like everything's over. Yeah. Period. This is not a swap. This is not... Which is a nice way to run a business and know exactly where you're at, and for everybody to be secure with their investment. It's absolutely huge because you're not talking about a derivative that goes overnight, period. Right. Okay, you're talking about at the end of that day, right, what ends up happening, lock, stock, and barrel, everyone settles up, markets close, settle up, you start again the next day. Absolutely. So it was really cool understanding, and that's how it works, flat out. Yeah. Okay? And now, I'm saying flat out in direction. It doesn't, if there's there's other triples other derivatives, and I don't know, but other derivatives are different. Most derivatives where they get killed is that it's a derivative out into the future, and of course nothing's marked to market. Yes. Where this is absolutely end of day. Right. Everyone knows where they stand. So that's really cool about direction shares. Yeah. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all the Tigers and Tigresses out there. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Let's make it a great one. Oh, yeah. That's right. We have the Dow down 31. NASDAQ flat. S&Ps are up $1.50. You get gold up 18. Bonds are up 1. And the dollar's at 78.36. Going to the moon. We're going to be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only. And one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks. Just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds. I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow down 25. Nasdaq's flat. S&Ps are down $1.50. You know, I'm sure you've heard this before, that, you know, it's such a small world, right, that, what, 6 degrees?
Big time.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely,
so
yeah.
there's that study.
Yeah.
And that goes back to 1978.
Yeah.
Well, listen to this. This is pretty wild, folks, okay? They just came out with a new study.
Okay.
Right? Now, the first study that, if you heard, like, the 6 degrees, meaning that within 6 people, folks, you'd know everyone in the world.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That came out in 1978. Now, that only had a sample test, though, of 278 people.
Yeah.
When that was done.
Okay.
Listen, this just come out. This is amazing, folks. This is so cool. It's unbelievable. That a new study just came out, and it's 4.74.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what the test sample was? This is amazing. The test sample, folks, was 721 million people.
Wow.
On Facebook.
Oh, really?
And that's 1/10 of the world population.
Wow.
It's 4.74. Wow. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it is.
That's crazy when you think about it, isn't it? I mean, that is just absolutely amazing. You know, you say that it's a small world, but when you think of it in that aspect,
yeah,
it's like, just think of something, folks, right? If you want to get something around, just tell 4.74 people.
I love it.
Yeah, totally.
Folks, I need you to tell 4.7 people about the Tiger Metal Exchange Partner Program.
Exactly.
We'll get the whole world. We'll change the whole system out there.
No, isn't that?
No, it is.
And really, folks, go check out Tiger Metal Exchange.
It's the power of compounding and everything.
It is the power of compounding.
Yeah.
If anything shows math,
that's right.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
And what a sample, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that the guy that has Facebook thinking he has 721 million people on Facebook? That is like that's some fire out. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, that was
all given their information.
Yeah.
What are you doing tonight? Well, I'm doing this.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a crazy thing.
Yeah.
It's
So
like- it's like the
you
Twitter
did a lot of radio yesterday, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, it was especially crazy at the 4 o'clock hour because we all thought Ken Shreve was supposed
I know,
to do it.
and that was my fault. I was thinking next Monday.
Yeah. It did. The guys jumped into my office and said we got an emergency, and
It's a beautiful thing, man.
That was pretty wild getting going. So,
Yeah,
but it worked out good.
I was at the airport listening to you.
it
Sounding
worked out
great.
good, yeah.
I had my cell phone, bang bang, hitting that baby.
No, it's great. Yeah, the first hour was a little bit shaky because I was just trying to get things set up, and I was having problems with my feed and my system, but that's why I always talk about how the universe is going to throw you a little curveball.
Yeah.
And it just helps you just grow and expand.
I love
a
throwing
little bit,
curveballs.
and yeah.
I as a kid, I used to love throwing
You ever
curveballs.
hurt your elbow?
No, I never threw fast enough for that. But I used to like throwing curveballs, man.
Yeah, it's amazing what
They're pretty.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing what the you take a look at these pictures in the in the
pros.
baseball, pros out
yeah.
there. First throwing a ball 100 miles an hour or over 100 miles an hour, that's pretty amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and if you've never experienced that, most cities have got these batting machines.
Yes.
And you can go in there, and typically you can set the speeds at about like 70 or something like that.
Okay.
You see a fastball coming across you at 70 miles an hour, it's a blink.
It's insane.
It's totally
Yeah,
a blink, and that's why there have been studies done. And we talk about pattern recognition or what have you.
Right.
Well, the best batters really they're making a decision before the ball is thrown because they only have 2 seconds really to be able to make that decision. And so what they're really doing is the best hitters have studied the pitchers.
Okay.
And so it's their ability to be able to study the pattern of the physiology
of how they're coming down.
The whole thought process. A little bit of it is obviously, the different counts that you have,
right?
So you're taking a look at just like we are in the markets, okay?
Right.
Take a look at positions, come into the swing points or whatever the setup might be. It's also similar from a sports standpoint.
Hey, when we talk about setups right now, let me tell you something, folks. You want to see something pretty? I mean, well, it's pretty if you're a bear, but right now, if we take a look at the small caps, The small caps, folks, they're setting up. Well, they're all setting up, but this is so pretty, Now, we came down on volume last Thursday, but we didn't have anything yesterday.
We had it in the diamonds, though.
Okay.
If we
good.
Take a look at the diamonds. We really gave kind of the first time they really gave. We go take a look at it again, but yeah.
No, but today what you have, folks, is that you're setting this. It can't get any traction. I'd love it to just stay flat like this, or even up 6-7 pennies, because that is. That's a beautiful little C that can really get some juice going. Let me pull the diamonds up here.
Yeah, so if you take a quick look at the diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
Break, all of a sudden you had a big break in volume yesterday.
Remember you picked that up before a long time ago, right? Remember? Oh, yeah.
Been watching the diamonds because sometimes they'll have it on a 1 minute chart just quickly to see a big banger.
And when we come back, folks, we'll get K Rico from Costa Rica and over in Europe. See, the volume picked up in Europe yesterday.
Okay, cool.
The European volume's there. We're going to at least the highs of these lows. This is Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes. We'll come right back,
folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to TFNN.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of The Money Game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow down 10, Nasdaq up 2, S&P's a flat. So where do we set up? Where do we stand right now, planetary-wise?
Well, the only real thing that we've got going here, really between now and the end of the year, is just simply going to be the lunar phases. So,
wow.
Tomorrow you've got, which the lunar phases, and my subscribers know, I keep a chart of the spies and shows all the lunar phases, show how well they've been working and how to play it.
Okay.
And so what we've got coming in tomorrow is the moon at perigee, so the furthest point during this cycle away from us. But then you've got a new moon coming in on Friday. So when you take a look at the likely possibilities that are out there, first you've got just the simple, 70% of the time, where on Friday, they're able to move the market higher.
Right.
And, got some slight volume out there. You can
Hey,
really
Friday after Thanksgiving, I know I've said this before, is the biggest one-day deal I ever saw. And thank God we were just banging it. Yeah. It goes back to '94. I mean, it was like insanity.
Actually, I think I might have heard early this morning, I don't know, 3, 4 o'clock, what have you, on CNBC, that somebody did a test going back just 40 years.
Right.
Just testing it out. And it was 70% of the time it worked.
Well, it's interesting about that. I heard, now this is funny. And this is where, I know when you do your numbers, right, that you actually go back and do them. I go back
and really test them.
Okay, and this is so cool, folks, okay, because if you get his newsletter, you know that he actually does them, okay?
That's right.
Now, Odd Cashin came out. I heard it when I was on the plane yesterday morning, right? And what he said is that it was 70, it used to be 70% until the '87 crash.
Ah, okay.
And he says,
okay,
now
cool.
it's like a 50-50. And I don't know, because I haven't done the numbers, Well,
one of the things I did last night, before I turned in, is I Googled, I wanted to Google all the things, historically I wanted to get all the Thanksgiving,
right.
holidays just punched up there.
Right.
So I had that in a file off to the side, and I was going to do the work actually, during one of the shows or what have you. And then this morning I heard the statistic came out that went back 40 years. I said, oh, maybe my work's already done.
No,
you know
it's
what?
not.
You know for sure that out. That's right.
And it's so cool, folks. You know what? I was, it's really cool. What ends up happening, folks, is that, I was up in Boston doing business, but when I'm actually going outside doing business, it's like a day off for me.
Yeah.
It really is.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
No question about it.
So what I got to do is I got to read all your newsletter.
Oh.
And it's really, I love what you do in the context of explaining to people exactly what everything means. Meaning, if someone new comes in the newsletter, then you get a whole education down the bottom there. That's pretty cool, man.
No, you do. We had a new subscriber come in yesterday. Spent about 25 minutes with me or what have you.
Okay.
And he actually joined us at the workshop that we did.
Oh, cool.
Okay. And said, here's what he wanted to be able to learn. And I said, you sign up, you get all. He said,
it's
how
right
about
there.
education-wise?
I know,
said,
man.
Yeah, because you can go back at all the archives. Plus, then you get every other week webcast, where I'm now starting to take those webcasts that just used to be celestial or lunar oriented, and we're taking at least a portion of it, and just education, whether it's Gartley patterns or swing points or whatever it is that that seems to make sense, and because that's really what it's all about.
It is.
He said, "What's your outcome?" I said, "Well, my outcome is either to be able to teach you how to do this if you want to do it, so you can do it on your own, or you have to determine if the newsletter is producing these results.
That's
really, if you believe that you can get better than that or some margin, is it better for you to just leverage my time and understand what we're doing and point things out to you?
Well, that's so cool.
And so that you can do something else, so it's really up to you. But I'm here to give you the A to Z.
That's right.
And how we're doing it, and it can be candle formations like I spent this weekend on Sunday.
Right.
And when I saw those candle formations, why we decided to not take a couple trades.
Right. Right.
And so people understand why we're doing what we're doing.
The ultimate is understanding what you're doing, and then you just get the trades, because then the person on the other side, good, okay, we all have different jobs, but
that's right.
That is the ultimate, because it's like, okay, I see what it's doing, right?
Yeah.
Which is cool.
No, I think so.
Let's get down to Costa Rica. Okay, Rico, what's happening, brother?
Hey, guys.
How you doing, man? Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. We appreciate it, man.
We can. Are you on your satellite phone?
No problem.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be right back, okay, Rico? You stay right there. We hit the Dow off 24, NASDAQ down 2, S&Ps are off 1. And, folks, it looks to me like we get a big ABC structure on the way down. Farming up here really nice, man. Oh, baby. Thanksgiving turkey. Put a fork in it.
I love it.
We're going to be right back, folks.
Give the gift of silver this holiday season. TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I watch it almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow down 20, NASDAQ off 1, S&Ps are off 1, and let's just see, what do we have here? Yeah, you got anemic volume going on. So we're talking with K. Rico from Costa Rica. What's happening, brother?
Tom, Steve, can I tie in the 6-degree separation you were talking about?
Sure. It's 4.74, we think now. That's the new study anyway.
Okay, but we all grew up with the movie and the whole idea of 6-degree separation.
Okay.
Okay. You know what has not been on the TV today or on the national news or on any media that I've seen on the Internet is what is the date of today? Can I ask you guys that question?
Well, we know because it's a question, but you're absolutely right, which was, President Kennedy got assassinated, right? I remember right where I was, right? I'm sure most people that were around at that time do know that.
Exactly, and I'm amazed there's nothing. Okay, may I just go into what I'm talking about, 6-degree separation?
Yes.
In 1972, in February, I was living in Miami Beach on 3rd Street and Ocean Drive, and one of the gentlemen that was working in the hotel as a night watchman was a Cuban, and he and I became pretty good buddies.
Yeah.
He was older than me by quite a bit. He was part of the invasion of the Cuban force that was supposedly going to be backed up by Kennedy.
Yes. The bad pigs. The bad pigs, just he's talking about, folks. Yes.
Right. Okay, so in my short young life, this man educated me in regards to what really happened in President Kennedy's assassination. And I wasn't even 22 when I learned of the truth. Now, going back to 6-degree separation, the secret of all the men that knew what happened has been kept to the 9th degree, where the truth really has not come out. Would you say that's a fair statement?
Well, you got to tell us what your version of the truth is first.
Well, I was sworn not to say anything, and I'll be honest, I'm not joking here.
Well, that's all right. You can tell us.
Well, I won't.
Well, then what are we talking about then? You
can't bait us.
Yeah.
Well, there's no bait here other than the fact that secrets can be kept even with this 6 degrees or this 4.2 beyond what anybody can imagine.
Hey, and listen, I'm from South Boston. I know that. Give me a break. You know what I mean? You're talking to the wrong person here, man. Do you know what I mean? South Boston's probably buried more bodies than anyone in the country, so it's,
Well, I believe in buried bodies all over the place myself, but I'm getting at the degree of separation from the reality that our Congress can trade inside information, yet Martha Stewart can be put in jail and prison for giving up some baking secrets.
Well, hold on. Listen. Okay, I absolutely agree with you, but you know what? This is, folks, what happens flat out, okay, is that Congress can get away with it because they know they legally can get away with it.
That's right.
What happens with Martha Stewart is that she basically talked to the feds, and she shouldn't have talked to the feds. Now, my point is this. This is my only point, folks. None of it is right, okay? But what I think everyone should get in their head. Last night, I was watching CSI. I got home late, okay, and the Sunday night one of CSI. And, you know, I mean, if you watch CSI, folks, they do everything. I mean, don't pay attention to it for your rights because they're always shaking people down and they can't do it.
Okay.
But one thing that that did happen that, you know, it was a terrible CSI. What I mean by that, folks, is a young child had got killed, and these 3 guys went away for it, and then 20 years later, this singer got them out, okay? And what had ended up happening is that one of them had actually done it. And out of the 3, 2 of them knew that they actually killed them, and the other guy that was with them, he never knew that they killed him, right?
Yeah.
And what ended up happening is that when they got out, the guy actually found out that they did kill him, right? And then the guy flipped out, and then the guy killed the guy he was in jail with, right?
Yeah.
And so Horatio, they end up arresting this guy, folks, right? And then he's saying that I couldn't, you know, how could I stand that? And so then he says to Horatio, what would you do? He says, I wouldn't have got caught.
Yeah, okay, that's right. Okay. So, yeah.
That's the bottom line. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
we want to know. Hey, we want to know what the secret is.
Can you imagine if the plumbers unit had not gotten caught when they were breaking into the
Watergate?
Hey,
Watergate?
listen, we know it's corrupt, man. We want to know the secret. Come on, let's go.
I'll talk to you face to face one day.
Come on, we want to know right now.
I have nothing more to say. Have a great Thanksgiving.
You have nothing more to say?
Health.
Hold it. Hey, listen, okay, all you Tigers and Tigresses, K-Rico, we know your address. Okay, we're giving it out right now.
Wait a minute. Tom, do you really realize in Costa Rica, they are so behind times, they do not even have an address for a home other than 6 blocks east of the dog poop under the red-green tree. I'm telling you.
That's great.
Hey, listen, we're sending the Tigers and Tigresses down there. I'm calling the FBI right now. Have a good one, man.
Okay, gracias.
All right, take care.
That's why he's in Costa Rica. He's keeping the secrets.
I love it.
I love it.
Absolutely.
You know, that is interesting, though, that...
that's been reported.
Yeah. I mean, that was a big deal. It definitely is a big deal.
Yeah, no question.
That was almost the end of innocence, you know. You were too young then. You were too young. And folks, if you weren't around, that's almost the end of innocence in the country. That's what it seems like anyway. You know what I mean? It really does. You know, and things were a lot smaller then. Everything was a lot smaller. But you can talk about small worlds. It's pretty intense,
for sure,
no doubt.
for sure. So you know, we're talking about the triples, and you were up at Direction here. So you know, on Sunday night while we're having beers, you know, we were talking about you know Direction shares, and what I was expressing to Tom was at this point in the marketplace with the type of volatility that we have, that what I am primarily putting my clients and subscribers into is primarily triples.
Yes.
You know, primarily triples, just simply because of because we're still risking, folks. We're still risking 1% of our trading capital. So on $100,000, it's still the same $1,000, and then you have to choose, you know, which vehicle you're going to use, whether it's the one-time ETF, if you trade an ETF, or the 2 times or the 3 time. In this case here, then you just simply want to understand that average true range, that volatility from a daily standpoint.
That's the big one.
So that you just don't get knocked out of the trade the day that you take it.
I know. I was playing with the calculator, too.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
See, I got to do a lot of work. Yeah,
you did.
You stay right there, folks. Steve and I are coming back. Dow's down 62, Nasdaq's off 12, S&Ps are off 5. And, you know, the dollar hasn't even moved yet.
I know.
King Dollar starts moving, folks. Watch out. It's Wipeout City, baby. We're going to be right back.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just 1, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses. Keep money in your community and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio. Therefore, we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Steve Rhodes as he teaches techniques on technical analysis using pattern recognition, celestial charting, Fibonacci, and other tools, as well as money management while reaching for those trading and investing profits. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes, up next on TFNN.
Steve Rhodes up next, and you have him right now. What a beautiful thing that is, man.
It is, baby.
Hey, listen, K. Rico, Red Rock Publishing, they just called us. They want to give you a contract, a book contract, but you got to give your secret away. We'll have to negotiate this contract.
Well, I think they're willing to give points. Because that'd be
Tiger points.
You want points. You want points. Yeah, you get paid in Tiger dollars.
I love it. Oh, man.
That's too much.
It really is. You know, and King Dollar, folks, is on the move. You can see it doesn't take much. King Dollar goes up 20 ticks, and the market goes down 62 Dow points.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
You know, and as we were just talking about yesterday, you know, dollar did nothing yesterday, too, by the way, folks, and what that, I suspect what that's all about is that, you know, as I just said, the banks, factually, we know they're moving, the foreign non-U.S. banks are moving their money into U.S. dollars.
Yeah, and I think that's such an important piece of information. that you provided to all of us. And that's one that you got to actually write down and understand what's going on there.
Yes.
The importance of that.
Right. Well, you know what I love? I love that you can speculate. I speculate every day what it is, and then I love seeing something factual come out like that, because it's just like
that's right.
what I do with the Gold Report, what we do with the equities that are going in and out to find out, okay, because they're always late filings, folks, okay? So, but when you get them, it's like, oh, baby, okay, here we go, because it's a supply and demand issue.
That's
and
right.
that is a demand issue. It's a demand for U.S. dollars.
That's right.
Which is absolutely, counterintuitive as to what the rest of the world is saying.
Yeah.
But to me, it totally makes sense.
Yeah, and I think even yesterday during one of the shows that I did, the first or the second show, was actually showing the correlation of the dollar to, I don't know if it was the S&P or the NASDAQ.
Okay.
But what I did was I just simply put on a 10-minute chart. And I just showed the inverse of the dollar index, so that when you saw the dollar index going down, it meant it was getting stronger. So that way it correlated with the markets. And you could see, there's times where it's out of correlation for a period of time.
Yes.
But, you could actually, see it. Now, what was interesting this morning, and I pointed out to my subscribers, was we had the dollar index, maybe about 7 o'clock in the morning or so, was trading, right where it was 2 sessions ago. Yet we were still down about 225 Dow points in that time period.
Right.
So it was kind of interesting.
Yeah. No. I heard your first hour, and my take is this euro is a monster ABC down.
Yeah.
I actually think
monster.
I think what's going to happen is that we're going to basically walk in here some morning. It's probably going to be down 5 or 10 cents, and I hope not, because if that's the case, the market. My take, folks, is that we're still going to 825. I like to go this slow so people won't get hurt.
Right.
That's my bottom line.
Right. For sure.
I don't want to go there fast, but if that euro, the euro's the one you want to watch, because the bottom line, this euro is in big trouble.
Yeah. And it's so helpful, especially when you have these correlations that are going on, and from a charting standpoint, it's no different than taking a look at any other chart.
No.
So it doesn't really matter what the instrument is that's on the chart.
It doesn't.
And you can take a look at either the ABC patterns or butterflies, expansions, Gartleys, whatever it is that you might be looking at.
Yes.
And then what helps, folks, is then you can get your mind wrapped around, your longer-term perspective of what it is that you're looking at.
Big time. And if you want to see just how they show up, no matter where you go, folks, we'll go to the FTSE right now. FTSE, volume came out of it. You're in the lower end of the range.
Right.
We're at 52.43 right now. 51.75 is the highs of August. Well, you know what? It's going to blow by those. So it's saying that, hey, man, it wants to go to the highs of at least October, and it's real possible that this might be the big one, man. That, it could just basically go after the lows of August.
Yeah.
If you go after the lows of August, folks, that's a big number, man.
Yeah.
That is a big number, and that number, in the U.S. is 1118. The lows of October at 1074.
Hey, all you got to do is you just got to take a look at how these markets work, and they run inside these channels. And right now we're in this down channel. Until it breaks out of that, folks, this market will move down over time.
You are an artist.
Oh, baby.
He is an artist.
I love it.
You stay right there, folks. Steve's going to be coming right back with you. Awesome, man.